Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about my recommendations for the Sephora Spring Sales Event. The sale starts tomorrow, April 14th. Rouge members have early access with 20% off, and then comes the VIBs with 15%, and then everybody else, the insiders, for 10%. And I believe the Sephora items or the Sephora brand is 30% off during all that time. So all the details of the sale, the dates, when they start, when it finishes, everything is going to be down below in the description box. Now, as you might guess, I'm not able to talk about all my recommendations because there's a lot of items that I've used a lot, that I constantly mention in my videos. It will be too long for me to talk about all of them, and it might be a little bit boring too. So you can find all my recommendations in my Shop My app, and that link is down below in the description box. That's where you'll be able to find all my recommendations and all my links, all my affiliate links and all that. But I do want to talk about like the top recommendations, the items that I constantly reach for, that I use a lot, and I have them all on my face. So I'm gonna be putting in some cut-ins of me putting on the makeup. All the items that I used, except the brushes, all the items are sold in Sephora. Let's start with the first item where I start my makeup, is usually with a moisturizer or a priming moisturizer. And if you see my videos before, you know me, you've been following me, you probably could guess what item I'm gonna mention. And it's the Bobbi Brown priming, what's it called, a vitamin C enriched face base priming moisturizer. I am almost done with it. I know that sometimes Ulta has it for 50% off, and sometimes when they have the 21 days of beauty, but this year they didn't have it. And Bobbi Brown had a sale, 25% family and friends. I don't know by the time this video is up, by the time the sale starts, that sale is over. I think it was just for the weekend. The next best option is to get it in the Sephora sale, and I did order with the Bobbi Brown with the Bobbi Brown website because it was 25% off. But if you missed that sale, pick it up at the Sephora sale. It's an amazing moisturizer. I love the way it leaves my skin. It's really nice scented, like citrusy, and as you could tell, I'm almost done with it. I use it a lot, and yeah, I always recommend it. You might find some repeats if you see past of my sale recommendations. You might see some things that I mentioned before, but these are things that I do honestly love. All the things that I'm going to mention I love, and I use them a lot, and of course I recommend them to you. Everything else, like skincare, which I'm not going to mention in this video, skincare is included in my Shop My page or link. There you'll find like the SPF and skincare that I recommend. So let's go on with the next item that I used today, and it's really newest foundation. It's the Guerlain Terracotta Le Teint. There's a bunch of foundations that I recommend that are sold in Sephora, but again, I only want to mention one because obviously it's going to be too long. And in my link with my Shop My app, it's organized by order of the brand, by brand order, not by category. I think that way it's a little bit easier for you. That's the way I organized it. In this video, I'm going to go in order of how I applied my makeup. So I mentioned that I used today their Guerlain Le Teint foundation. It's a beautiful foundation, as you can see and see in the clip that I'm going to add to the corner somewhere in the screen. It gives me a really beautiful coverage. It's medium coverage, but you could still see my skin. It looks very natural, feels very light. It gives me a beautiful radiance. It's like silky, and you touch my skin and it's really soft, silky soft, really easy to apply. It's just a beautiful, beautiful foundation. The packaging is gorgeous, as it is with Guerlain's packaging. It's just an amazing foundation. I really love it. For reference, I use shade 1N, which might be, it's a little bit darker, but that's okay because now we're gonna go in, like, we're in spring and summer, so I'm gonna be able to use this color more during this season because I'll get a little bit more sun. And one shade off is alright because you always could fix it. The next, I could mention a new concealer, but I just had to mention my favorite concealer of all time. I'm always talking about this concealer. It's the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I used today shade 1N. It's my favorite concealer. It's creamy. It doesn't crease. It gives me perfect coverage. You don't need a lot. Easy to apply, easy to blend. It doesn't start sinking into my little fine lines. It doesn't turn gray. It's just a beautiful concealer. I have one from the old formula still that I have to finish up, and I have a backup of this one. So no, I don't need to buy this time around. Maybe in the fall I'll get another one, but for now I'm good. Beautiful concealer, love it. The next step, the next product that I applied is powder. I was debating if to use powder or not, because with this foundation, honestly, you don't need to use foundation. At least I don't need to use, powder. I don't need to add a powder because I do have dry skin, and I love the radiance that it gives me. So I don't want to use anything that dampens that radiance, but because I do want to recommend the powder and I use a little bit, especially around the eyes, I gotta mention the Say Air Set Translucent Powder. That's the shade that I use. It's a beautiful light powder, and it doesn't like go everywhere. Just get a little bit, apply where you need. It doesn't dry my skin. It's just perfect, exactly what I need, just to kind of seal the eye area so my makeup won't run off. Or, well, this concealer, it doesn't have that problem, but with other concealers I like to set it so it doesn't move. And this is the powder I recommend. There's other powders that I love but are not sold in Sephora, and there is the Laura Mercier translucent powder is another one that I love, and I'm not 100% sure if they sell it in Sephora, so that's why I didn't mention. But this I checked before doing this video, before putting on the makeup, and this powder is sold by Sephora. So, and if you want it, if you were thinking about it, pick it up. Next step is bronzer, and I have to mention the bronzer that I use today is my favorite bronzer. One of my favorite bronzers is the Tom Ford. I don't know if they sell it in this size anymore, but I know they sell it, this shade, in a smaller compartment. And this, my shade is, the shade that I enjoy is Terra. And let me just show you. I've used this bronzer so many times, and you could still, there's a lot of products left, so this is gonna last me a very long time. Beautiful packaging, huge mirror, beautiful bronzer. As you can tell, you could go as intense as you want to, as light as you want to. I like to go light-handed. I don't really contour. I just add a little bit of color to my this area right here and my forehead, just to give the simulation that I am a little bronzed, because I'm pretty pale. So it's a beautiful bronzer. Just a little bit goes along the way, and even if you go a little bit overboard, it blends so well with your skin that it's very hard for you to make a mistake. And if you do, well, just go back with a foundation brush and kind of blend it out. But I've never had an issue with this bronzer. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I tend to pick up more than what I need to, but with this bronzer, again, I don't have an issue. It blends beautiful. It's a beautiful color. It's like a perfect toasty brown. It's not orangey. It's perfect. Perfect for my skin tone. So after bronzer, usual order that I put on makeup is blush. And I wanted to talk about both liquid blushes and powder blushes. The same thing with a highlighter. I want to mention a liquid highlighter and a powder highlighter. So I applied both. For powder blush, I love many of them, but the one that I want to mention, and the one I use today, is the one from Gucci. It is small, and it's a good time to pick it up because it's 20% off if you're a Rouge member. My shade, the shade that I have, the only one, is the bright coral, and I apply some on the cheek area, obviously, and it's a beautiful, beautiful. Oh, first, did I apply this one first? I think I applied the liquid one first, right? So let me show you the liquid one. The liquid one I use is from Rare Beauty. All the shades are beautiful. All the shades that I have are beautiful. But the one I applied today was Bliss, because it's kind of same family as the powder blush from Gucci. I love Rare Beauty's blushes and highlighters. They're so beautiful. I put on 3 dots, blended it out, and then added some of the Gucci, because again, I wanted to use both. And they work together very well. They don't react against each other. It's a beautiful combination. So I do recommend both of these blushes. Beautiful, both of them. And for highlight, I used the liquid highlight from Rare Beauty. Again, I used shade Mesmerize, again, because I wanted kind of that pink glow going on. And I just realized that I think I did my eyeshadows first, but I'll mention that next. Usually I do my face first and then my eyeshadows. Today I did my eyeshadows first and then my face, but I'm just gonna go in that order, and I hope you guys don't mind that I went a little bit off order, but I'll still show the clip in the order of the items that I'm mentioning. So I put a couple of dots of the liquid highlighter, and I topped it off with the powder highlighter from Rare Beauty. I used shade Mesmerize again. They both go together. A little bit of this and then a little bit of this on top because I wanted to go extra, and I wanted to show you guys both. I love these highlighters. They're so beautiful. You could see how natural, well, not natural, because you could tell that I have highlighter on, but it's not it doesn't accentuate my texture, and it just looks really beautiful, very young like, doesn't make me look older, because sometimes it happens with highlighters that they accentuate your textures and your little fine lines, but not with these highlighters. They're so beautiful, and you don't need a lot. When I'm not testing a new product, or I'm not doing a video, you know, showing a new product, these are the highlighters that I tend to gravitate towards when I'm just doing a regular makeup, you know, when I'm not trying a new product. These are the ones that I lean towards because I really do love them. There's some new highlighters that I also recommend. There are in my app, and I wasn't able to use them today because then there'll be too much. And they're the ones from Cali Ray. I really love those highlighters as well. They're a little bit more, I think they're a little bit more creamier, just a little bit more. But they're very beautiful. Those are other highlighters that I could recommend. And for my eyes, it was kind of difficult to choose because we are in the spring, but there's a palette that I use all year long. I always recommend it. I'm always talking about it. I recommend it to brides when they want to do their makeup for their weddings or their photos. And I'm talking about the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I know it's more like a fall winter palette, but I use it any time of the year. I love this palette. It's my favorite palette, my favorite eyeshadows. Her formulas are amazing, but these colors are just so beautiful. I kind of did like a smoky eye. I used a few colors. Let me see if I remember what I used. One thing I like about these shadows, or this palette in particular, that she tells you where like she recommends you to apply that specific eyeshadow. And if you're new, if you don't have a lot of experience with eyeshadows, you don't know what to apply where, this definitely is going to help you. But again, you could put it wherever it pleases you. So I kind of follow what she mentions, not on purpose. It's just that's the way it worked. Let me go in this way because I'm probably gonna put the cut in this side. For the crease, I picked up some of this matte right here, and then for the outer half, I did a mix of this color here, this one right here, and then this one right here. I mixed. I think I started with like this one. And then, or was it the other way around? I might have done one. I don't remember which one was first, but I did one and then I went back and did a little bit more. But I know it was these two colors. And then for the inner half, more towards the center lid to the inner lid, I did a mix of this color right here and this color right here. I started off with this one and then I put this one on the top. Beautiful. Love it. Gorgeous. For my inner corner, I used this one. It's called Inner Corner. For my lash line, I did a mix of this 3 shades right here. I did a mix of those 3 shades to get the color that I wanted, and this is the look that I came up with. I just love this palette. It's so easy to use. They blend so well. Just gorgeous, as you can see. And yes, there's a plethora of eyeshadows that I could recommend, and I do mention more in my affiliate link, but this is the one that I wanted to use today. Alright, so the next thing is mascara, and the mascara that I wanted to use today, that I wanted to recommend, is the one from Lancome, Le 8 Hypnose. It's beautiful packaging, and the mascara is gorgeous. You could see, and how I applied it, it doesn't crumple, like it doesn't stick my lashes together. It gives me a really nice like fanned out effect. It coats every lash, gives me the length that I like, not too long that they look like falsies, but like the perfect length. It's not a wet mascara, so it dries up really nicely, and I really like this mascara. There's other mascaras that I love, like the one from Rare Beauty. It's a beautiful mascara, and there's other brands that I love. And this is the one that I use today. It's a gorgeous mascara. And for lips, there's so many of them that I could choose from, but I think one that I recommend and that I use a lot is the ones from Hourglass. Today I used it's the Unlocked. Today I used the shade Alpine. Let me take it out, show you. The formula is so creamy, so soft. It's a beautiful color. It lasts a few hours. I'm not going to say it lasts 8 hours or nothing like that, but it's really creamy, really comfortable, very hydrating. The one that I really wanted to show, but at the time that I looked up, I was doing my research, it wasn't available. It's the one from Natasha Denona from My Dream collection. I have it, but since it's not available now, I thought, what is the point of me showing it? But just for the sake of this video, of now that I'm talking to you guys, it's this one. This color is so beautiful, and you could get it with the pencil is available, and so is the lip gloss, but the lipstick was really not available. Let me swatch it really quick. This color is, for me, is like the perfect nude, and the formula is such a dream. I love, like, the name matches it well. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna swatch now the one from Hourglass, just kind of like a comparison. If by any chance the one from Natasha Denona is available, and I see it is available, I'll let you guys know in my community tab. So stay tuned for that. If there's any changes or any comments that I have about that, I'll let you guys know, of course. And the one from Hourglass is really close, but it's not as pink. It's a little bit more nude, more beige, but it's not as creamy, but it's really close. They're beautiful. They're perfect lipsticks. But I'm saying that this is the one from Natasha Denona. You see the color's a little different, but they're almost identical, like the formula. So if this is the one that I would probably have recommended, but because that one is not available, I figure that next option, not that is worst option or not as good as the Natasha Denona, but the color is a little bit different. I would have liked the Natasha Denona one for my eye look, because I have like a little bit of silver and gray in there, and I think it would have been really nice with the pink, but I decided to go with the Hourglass. And to finish up your makeup, a lot of people like to use setting sprays. I recommend the one from Charlotte Tilbury. The one from Rare Beauty is also very nice, but this is the one that I use the most, and you could grab it at the sale. There's different sizes. I love the setting spray. It dries really quickly. It's not sticky. It doesn't leave your skin sticky. It doesn't mess up your makeup. Gorgeous setting spray. Love it. And the last step when I do my makeup, the last thing I do, I don't show this on camera, but I do add perfume, which I'm going to add now because I didn't do it before. And there's a lot of perfume. Sephora has dozens of perfumes that I could recommend, but the one that stands out to me is the one from Chanel, the number 5. Le is not the traditional number 5, the classic, which I also have, and of course I recommend it because it's a classic. This one is more for the younger generation. It's light, it smells really good, it has good longevity, but it smells a little bit lighter than the Chanel number 5, the one that everybody knows, that people say it smells like old lady. I don't agree with that. I just think it smells like a classic lady. But this is like a softer, gentler, lighter version of the number 5. And it smells really good. And it's a good time to get it now because, again, you get it at a discount. So I'm just going to spray a little bit. I like the way that is not the spray is more airy, it's more open, so just go like that and you get it like everywhere. Let me show you like that. You see what I mean? You probably can't tell the camera. It just sprays all over like that. So I like to go like this, and it goes everywhere. A little bit on my wrist. Don't rub, pat, and then let it go in and enjoy it. Sniff it in, inhale, enjoy it. It's a beautiful scent. Love it. A lighter springy summer version of the Chanel number 5 that is more for like nighttime or the winter season. So I think, did I cover everything that I wanted to talk about? I think so. These are just my top recommendations. There's so more in Sephora that I recommend, but again, I'm kind of repeating myself, but again, I'm not able to talk about all of them because then this video will be super long, very long. And if you want to know all the rest of my recommendations, and then check down below my Shop My app. I'm going to leave links of all the makeup that I use and I mentioned down below in the description box, but everything else you'll find it in my Shop My. That's what it's called, Shop My. Oh, there was something I wanted to talk about and I forgot. Cinema Secrets. That's what I use to clean my brushes. For me, the best brush cleaner you'll find, blush cleanser. I only have here the little one, the mini one, that I use it for like really fast. If you use this one as a quick dry, you could use it between uses. You can use it between uses. It dries up really quickly and you could use it right away. If you want a deep cleanse, then you could get the little tin which has like the soap, and those are for like deep cleanses. That's what I use for deep cleanses, and I use that blue one or the one that smells like lemon. I use it for like really quick, that in between looks, in between videos that I need to brush right away. That's what I use. And they also have antibacterial spray, which I use. I have it in my purse, in my car, at work. It's amazing. I have backups of my Cinema Secrets, so I probably won't get another one, but I do recommend it. It's my favorite brush cleaner. I always have the link of that down below in my description box because I love it. I genuinely love that cleanser. So now I think I'm done. I think I'm done with all my recommendations. I didn't mention skincare. You'll find that in my app. There are a few items in my wish list, in my cart already, waiting for the checkout. If you want to know what I get in the sale, then stay tuned, because that will be coming in a future video, probably in a vlog where I tend to show you my unboxings. I hope you enjoyed this video and it's very helpful to you. If there's things that you are hesitant about, you're not sure what to get, maybe you're looking for a gift for a significant other. I know for some of you that celebrate Mother's Day is next month. There's a lot of holidays and anniversaries and weddings and all that. Maybe you're looking for a gift, then maybe now is a perfect time. So that's why I wanted to do a video, kind of help you guys out. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful. Let me know if you like this type of content, if you want to see more of this, more of my recommendations and all that. I want to thank you so much for being here with me. I know you could be doing anything else and you're spending time with me, and that means the world to me. So thank you so much. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, share with your friends, share with your family, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.